Greetings, adventurers. Welcome to the second installment chapter episode. I don't know. The Happy Hell Hour Boulder's Gate Descent into Avenir Season 2. Session 2, brought to you by Greetings Adventurers, sponsored by all of us here. You know it, you love it. Let me introduce the fine folks. I'm Tim Lanning, DMing as always, and joining me is Pat. Pat, how are you?
Hi, my buddies. I'm great.
Kim, how are you?
I'm feeling strong and ready to kill a devil.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Tia, how are you?
I'm feeling quiet, but sassy.
Perfect. That's what let me move this. That's what I like to hear. Justin, unfortunately, is not here today. So because of that, we're going to play it casual. The gang is going to be able to use the benefit of Tico without necessarily like, oh, I want to check for traps. Throw Tico into the hole or stuff like that. So basically, if they need to pick a lock or, do any deck stuff, he will be there. Let me plug my phone in. For recaps, the fine young man, Pat Edwards, has volunteered to read a little something to all of us. Please go ahead. Tell us what happened last time.
All right. So, Two Swords, when he's not too sorted up, he likes to keep a diary. So, this is what he wrote for day 1 with a question mark after it, because time for him is a little weird. It's a foreign concept. And here it goes. Dear diary, how you doing? Me? I'm doing great. I got a great group of new friends. Seren, she bakes yummy treats. Pesha, she's a real nice. And Tico, that little guy cracks me up. Well, diary, we done found ourselves smack dab in the middle of a brand new adventure. And ain't that great? I've been wondering when the next one would kick in. Anyway, we done got hired by this one guy, Zorg, Zaj, Zong, something like that. He says he's the boss of them Flaming Fists, but between me and you, diary, I ain't never seen any of their hands actually be on fire. False advertising, if you ask me. So we was supposed to go to this bar, Yum, and meet this person named Tarina. She was supposed to give us some information that would help us kill, maybe? I don't know. These bad guys called the Dead 3. No, they ain't dead. I already checked. More false advertising. Well, we done found Miss Tarina, but then she said she needed help fighting off some other bad guys. Of course, we agreed to help her because we're heroes, and that's what heroes do. Sure enough, them bad guys showed up looking for trouble, and boy, did we give it to them. I cut one guy in half. Pesha cut out their leader's guts. Seren danced on a table and blasted him with her magics. Tico was a little hurricane of stabbing, and he did this cool move where he slid between my legs to get some healing magics from Pesha. We beat them bad guys real good. On the downside, diary, our new friend Tarina done went and got her head chopped off. So I guess we'll have to find them Dead 3 fellas another way. What a day. Bye-bye.
Yay!
That was
Nicely
beautiful.
done.
All right. So, having defeated the pirates of the baddies there, all of you are now in the tavern, and there is delicious blood everywhere. From what you can see, everyone's starting to sort of come to. Your good buddy, you know him and love him. Let me bring up his name. Ulrich is like, oh my god! What a dust-up that was! You... Seren, I didn't realize that you got in such murderous escapades like this. What's going on?
Well, in my old age, I'm willing to try just about anything, and that includes murder.
Oh, okay. Well, why did all this happen? Are we safe? Should I go?
You're fine as long as none of the flaming fists come up and try to start new shit. It's a long story, Ulrich. All I'm gonna say is we are supposed to meet with somebody, and that somebody's head is across the room.
Oh, ghastly.
Indeed. Do you happen to know any necromancers by chance?
Oh, Lord, me? No. Well, no, but...
Well, just thought I'd ask. Thank you for your help again. Enjoy the drink on me.
What exactly is it that you're looking for?
Well, we were trying to get some information on the Dead Three. You ever heard of them?
Of course I have. I'm writing a little ditty about it, but I right now it's a little too dangerous, and I don't want to get murdered.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to fill us in? Maybe somewhere where there's not as many ears around?
Come back, and he gestures you to this little private room back here to the west, so to speak. So yeah, basically, for those of you listening in the future, if we do only do an audio version of this at some point, basically they're still in a dingy bar. The various workers of the Elson Tavern have come in and started getting rid of the bodies as Ulrich kind of gestures you back into this private room at the far end of this second story, the large area. So have a seat. I come here sometimes when I need to be quiet. Now, what is it that you want to know exactly? I know a little bit about the Dead Three here and there. I know rumors. I know facts. But in Baldur's Gate, sometimes, well, rumors are better than facts.
Well, first of all, do you mind if if my friends come and join us for this conversation? It's important that they hear this as well.
In my mind, you're already here.
Well, fantastic.
Two Swords holds up Tarina's head and says, "Do I bring this or no?" I missed that.
Just leave it there. Someone will sweep it up.
You should probably keep that, actually.
Oh.
Okay.
Just
okay.
in case.
So he just kind of holds it.
There's got to be a sack of something. He picks up like an overturned potted plant and dumps out all of the dirt and is like, "Here, put that in." Gross. And he takes out like a handkerchief and covers Trina's head. Yeah, come back in this area. You enter I'm gonna read now that I know how to use the Roll20 a little bit better. I'd like to actually pull things up. I say as it's taking me a while to look it up. Did I break it?
Okay, so I put the severed head of the pirate into the potted plants empty pot.
Okay. Yeah, you enter into like basically a private dining area. The only thing that kind of draws your attention, other than let's put it this way, Tarina's not the only severed head in here. Hanging above the far wall is a huge head of this weird panther thing, but also mounted on the back of imagine like a stereotypical trophy hunter plaque thing, bust head of an animal. There's like these weird tentacles coming out of it, and you know this room. You've been here before, Seren. This is the private dining room, the Displacer Beast room. Please sit down. He doesn't bite. He's dead. Yeah,
Well, oh, sorry.
No, sorry. I forgot why we went in here. It's been a day.
You were gonna tell us something.
Well, while I don't know any necromancers, I do know that if you're trying to get information from people who are dead, you do want to keep their head. I do know that much. I was researching a play on vampires, gonna talk about the founding of El Turel and things of that nature, and you know, it was a miscommunication, was what it was with. Yeah.
Pesha walks over and puts a very large hand on Oric and is like, "Friend, you are in shock. Please stop talking."
Okay. And he sits down and there's like...
She pats his head very, very condescendingly. It's like, "Very good, continue."
Thank you, this helps. And he grabs a drink that's just there. Who knows whose it is? You didn't see anyone come and go from there for a bit. Better. All right. Sorry, what is it that you want to know specifically? Other than you keep the head. Yeah, that's a good idea. Keep the head. But is there other things you need to know from the Dead Three?
Well, we've heard some rumors of some cult activity here in Baldur's Gate. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, yes, certainly. We've heard an old drinking pal of mine disappeared not too long ago. He was a merchant. I would buy hats and such from him. He wasn't a hat merchant, but he knew I liked it. I stay in Little Calamshan every now and again, and we would meet there. That's where the theater is. You all know Little Calamshan Theater. We all know it. Don't need to say it out loud. It's something we all know. And since the road is dangerous between here and Little Calamshan, I would travel with him for some time. But that's why I'm still in the city. He hasn't been back yet. So, but they found his cart covered in blood. All of the hands were ripped off of all the people. And scorched black. Some were painted, obviously, which is gross. Others were completely covered in blood. And it was some flayed where they stood, just their skulls out. It was horrible. Horrible stuff to see.
That is indeed very troubling. How long ago did you last see him?
Like 2 days ago, I think. Yes.
Have you heard any more of these incidents?
Oh, everyone has them. You guys have heard of these instances for sure. It's been quite a quite eventful 2 weeks, so to speak. The random, Baldur's Gate's dangerous to begin with, so at first it wasn't that big of a deal that there were random killings, but now that some of the refugees are starting to show up from El Turel, it's becoming more and more chaotic, and more of these murders are usually people would be robbed, kidnapped for ransom and things like that, but now they'll just get if let's just say a merchant family loses their caravan and their son or whatever, instead of getting a ransom note, it'll just be a basket on their porch with severed hands and severed heads and things like that.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
All right.
Fun.
I could maybe put you in contact with a cleric who could cast Speak Dead with your little friend there. I would just need... how about this? Allow me to travel with you to keep me safe, and allow Tim Lanning, an NPC, to drop little tidbits when you guys are all alone. I'm sure I'll be able to pin a great little tale for all of you at the end of this. And maybe if some coin as a little tip, I would be appreciative.
Oh, of course.
This sounds excellent. Who is the cleric? Perhaps I know of this person.
It's the Cleric of Torm. She primarily works with the Flaming Fist whenever she needs a little extra coin. And, the Flaming Fist, they value the strength of Torm. That's just true. I just know her by Mormon. She's a huge half-orc, devout as the day is long, and one of the few that will walk around both the lower city and the outer wards, because who's going to mess with her? She's big, covered in armor, and high enough level to cast Speak with the Dead.
I should like to arm wrestle this person. Let us leave at once.
It might be a better idea if we have a few more drinks and then have her come here, maybe? A little clandestine meeting at Elf Song Tavern is just what I think everyone needs. We don't want to...
Are you suggesting we rest for a short while?
Yes, maybe I think a short rest would be in order. I don't know what all of your hit points are, but let's just say something tells me the next section of our little adventure is going to be extremely unchill.
My hips are aching. Drinks are on me. Thank you for your help.
So, he sits down, and he runs off. You hear Skooma, the large half-ogre, or ogre, I forget which, basically complaining, and Alan, the bar owner tender, shouting about how awful everything looks here. And, I didn't know I could do this. I just learned I could pop out roll 20 things, which makes sense. So Alan and one of his I don't want to say, what's the word? Waiters. Jesus, I was like, servant? His manservant? No, staff member. Come up and bring little bits of chowder, I guess. I guess Baldur's Gate would have a chowder It's on a river near the water. And just sort of, a couple, like an hour or three goes by as you and Ulrich sort of pass around old drinking stories, Seren, and he tells you a little bit about some of the, like I'm sure your characters know a good bit about the cults of Bane, Baal, and Mercule, the word I can never say correctly. But just if anything comes up in the future, your characters will know it. Pesha probably knows like tons and tons of it. Just day one shit. Yeah. Okay. So feel free to take a short rest, and that means you can expend your hit dice, and you all level up to level 2.
Yay!
I like to think that the little adventure that you went on, which is your dark secret, counts as like your first like stuff, which is why you level up so fast. So real quick, what are all you get for leveling up?
Let's see.
Spells.
More hit points from. Mine's quick. I just got some more hit points, and then just some feats I should have got. Dual wielder. Since I'm using 2 separate melee weapons, one in each hand, I can get +1 to my AC, and then I have Dragon Fear, which I can use my breath weapon, and instead of breathing fire, I roar, and any creature I designate in a 30-foot radius has to make a Wisdom saving throw, or they become scared of me for 1 minute.
Hell yeah. I got my Eldritch Invocations, and I took Agonizing Blast and Repelling Blast, which means I can now add my Charisma modifier onto damage dealt, and it also pushes whatever I hit back 10 feet in a straight line. So the Grandma Blast is getting more powerful. I also got the spell Command, so now I can boss people around better.
You're so likable, your charisma. You're so likable that people have to physically move backwards.
Yeah.
That's great.
Also, your commanding presence is like, son, don't do that.
Yes!
Sonny boy.
You quit. You hear?
You yell about lawns that people need to get off of. There are no lawns in Baldur's Gate.
What'd you get to you?
I got some dope ass spells and some more hit points, so that's gonna be good. I get to light shit on fire, which I know is really probably not the best thing, given that this is called Descent into Hell. But I like fire.
Yeah, it's sick.
I'm sure there's going to be plenty of creatures who are not resistant to fire, even in hell.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
Oops.
And by then you'll be
You're that
level
bad.
5 or so. And I'm sure everything will be fine.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so about 2-3 hours later, do you guys know how to use hit die, by the way? To get hit? Yeah, okay. We barely use them in Gradient's Adventurers, so about 3 or so hours later, the a huge, like 6'11", Pesha, how tall are you again?
6'5".
Okay, yeah. I love the idea of me being like, oh, this is huge, you guys are freaking out. It's like, oh, cool, she's 2 inches shorter than me. 6'11", half orc with long, like raven hair with a jet of white streak pulled back. She has like a very workman braid that she lets kind of go a little bit to the extent that like it's a mix of, okay, this is a good braid to have when you're fighting, but the hair is so pretty that like if you watch the braid going back and forth, her streak of white goes in like a perfect way. So it's like she's throwing a little bit of splendor in it, because why not? She has covered in sort of a mix of plate and chainmail, big kind of World of Warcraft style shoulder pads with, I believe Torm is like is it a fist or a hammer? Well, not important. On her chest, like plate right there. And she comes in and goes, Ulrich, so good to see you again. These people going to kill you or what? No. Please sit down, have a drink, Mormon. No, I'm on duty, and besides, I got other things to do today. I don't want to be. It stinks in here, is what I'm saying. So hello, friends. What's your names? If any friend of Ulrich, well, not a friend of mine, but I'll watch my coin purse, but I'll shake your hand if it matters.
I force Ulrich down in the chair, and I'm like, if you desire this man to be killed, most beautiful woman, I shall be the one to do it. I am Pesha. Your hair is beautiful. I would wish to touch it.
Oh, well, we just met, but maybe later.
Very good.
Pleasure to meet you, Pesha. May Torm smile upon you, and may your strikes always hit true. Little birdie told me that you have a certain head of which you need to speak.
Two Swords holds the pot up and kind of tilts it.
And she kind of
towards her.
Peers over. She takes her mace and kind of peels back the handkerchief. Good God, that's ghastly. But
no, that's Tarina.
Oh, I like you, friend. So it would be a standard donation to the Temple of Torm. Up 30 gold. If you don't have it on you, I can do a down payment now, and no one's been foolish enough to not pay me back. Especially the secret fee, if you will. And she winks over at Ulrich.
I mean, I say we pay as little as we can get away with right now, because this is me, Pat, talking, not because we're going to hell. So like, the odds of us coming back. It's kind of like when you take out a huge loan from a loan shark because you're going to die anyway or something.
We did pick up... Oh, what?
I
was going to say, we did pick up like 32 gold, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I can tell you what all the goodies you got were. If you
Please.
I thought we got like a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think some of it Tico has, and you guys don't know about it. But
That's fine.
And some of it I think Pesha has, and you don't know about it.
I don't know that I have a necklace.
Yeah.
But I have like assorted money and jewels and stuff.
Okay, so you know about Deadeye's vest pouch containing 32 gold. That's easy, and 15 silver, so that's straight up. 2 gold necklaces, which I think Tico took and maybe gave one to Pesha, I forget. A black and gold ring in white with a white pearl set in it, which I think Tico's wearing. And each of the other pirates, I rolled for it, and I don't remember what I told you, but it's maybe at most like 2 gold. Yeah, so that's how much gold just from killing Deadeye you got. So you have that gold easy.
Yeah.
And she holds out her gauntleted hand. Please, reagents are not free.
We will gladly pay this cost for if wait, it's in jewels, right? Like, so it's not all in gold, right?
Well, it's both. So you do have he did have a gold sack with like 33 gold, give or take. So
yeah.
Okay.
So can we just like hand her the bloody, like gore covered pouch that has the gold in it?
Okay. It has about 33 gold. You're overpaying her. Is that okay? I just want to make sure. She's gonna opens the pouch. And she takes out 2 gold, and then 12 silver pieces, which is 1.2 gold, if my memory serves, and hands it back to you. Thank you so much for this. And then she kind of tucks it in a weird, like, video game way where... Where'd that go? All right, yeah, so Speak with the Dead is you grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse. Actually, can I link this somehow? In Rule 20. No, I don't know if I can. I might be able to when I learn Roll 20 better, but well, I can just link it to here. Does that do anything? I don't know. I will read it though. Boop boop. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse the 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the language it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy. This spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Oh, interesting. Thus, the corpse can't learn new information. This doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died and can't speculate about future events. So, so she takes out a little bit of this and that, actually, because I'm always curious what literally is the reagents for this. Burning incense. Okay, so she puts down a little bowl that has like little fists and hammers all set around it. Kind of looks dwarven if you think about it. And she sprinkles some dust and flicks her gauntlet a little bit and like points at it, and then it like slowly glows, and you start to smell this sort of, it smells like a graveyard, but a nice graveyard, if that makes sense. So a little bit of smell of dirt, and a little smell of heat and fire, but it's not too bad. And then eventually she sets the napkin down, and then Tarina's head on top of it, and slowly but surely you see like the cheeks start to like wiggle a little bit in the eyes, like underneath her closed, like gross eyelids, like bouncing back and forth. It's spooky. Happy October 1st, by the way. I'm a ghost. Is what she says. That's question 1. That's a freebie, though. Like fuck.
Frina, calm down. You're okay. Well, not really. You're
What?
dead, but calm down.
What the fuck happened to me?
You were foully murdered, and now we must track down those who are responsible for your death.
Okay.
Well, we upheld our end of the bargain. We killed that shitty pirate that was coming after you, so you have to uphold yours, even if you're dead.
Okay. What was our bargain?
You have to. You remember that fire fist guy, the eye patch asshole, sent us here. You had information we wanted.
Don't be condescending. I'm dead. Okay, that's right.
You owe Zhaj. So tell us what you know of the Cult of the Three.
Okay. Well, let's see. Several blocks northwest of here is a public bathhouse with a walled garden and frolicking nymphs carved into its front gates. Can't miss it. Followers of the Dead Three have been coming and going from the bathhouse. I saw it myself. And I'm told there's a secret door inside that leads to a dungeon. That's where the Dead Three killers are hiding.
What powers do they have?
I don't know, and I won't speculate, but no one goes in at night, and if a drunk stumbles his way in at night, does not come back. Also, one of my friends was seen somehow, and he's gone too. And I didn't see anyone, but he's gone. Plus, they're cultists. Who knows?
So that's one question.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of good questions to ask.
I'm counting that as 2.
Okay.
Being a real dickhead.
Yeah. Tell us about the bathhouse, and then you asked about the powers.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't even
You
know
guys
if I
got
know
5 seconds
3
before
more
2 swords.
questions.
That's a
to
really
answer
dumb
this.
question.
I mean, that's kind of fun.
How are you doing today? Bad. Are you sure? Yes.
What's heaven like?
Well, as the caster told you, this is just a fragment of my spirit, not actually me. So I'm nothing.
That don't count. You didn't answer my question.
Bullshit. It's not 3 or 5 answers. It's 5 questions. 2 more.
Shit.
No, it ain't a full question unless you answer it.
I did answer it.
No, you didn't.
I'll kill
Don't get in
you.
the fight with corpses, Two Swords. It's not worth it. I'm just trying to make you upset, honey.
I know she did, but you ain't gotta be a dick about it.
You're ugly. You let me die. I trusted you.
Okay, that was your fault. You hired us to do a job, and then you run in front of us. Like, that's just dumb.
I thought I could do
I don't
it.
hire someone to mow my lawn and then go out there with a pair of scissors and start cutting grass.
I'm getting tired. Ask your questions.
Shit. I'm trying to think. Beep, beep. Do you know why the Fire Fists are all involved in this business?
The Flaming Fist
Oh yeah, them.
are the private army of the rich of Baldur's Gate. So their involvement is to keep the peace, and normally they don't give a shit. But the head of the Flaming Fist is gone, and there's a suspect that the Dead Three might have something to do with it.
It's kind of funny that their head's gone, your head's gone.
If you think about it, the head is the only thing not gone. Ha 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 ha! Give it here! I don't have hands for which to high five!
I'll high ear you.
Thank you. Oh, that feels nice. One more, 2 more, 2 more. 1 more? I forget.
We got 3 more.
You're trying to trick me.
Guys, don't tell her I'm doing trickery.
You either have 1 or 2. I know that.
Wow.
If you don't have 2 more
What's
questions.
something that we should know that we don't know we should know, but we should probably know?
And then she goes, how to bathe? I'm kidding. That's too vague. I don't know. Probably not to fuck with the Dead Three. You should probably just leave.
Because part of me wants to ask, like, why the Dead Three would go after the head of the Flaming Fist, but I don't know if that's a waste of a question or
Yeah,
not.
it's an issue.
Is the Thieves Guild involved? Can we ask that?
Yeah.
Because maybe we can find allies.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Do you know this because of your own investigation, or is the Thieves Guild involved? And if so, how? That's one question.
I'll allow
A
it.
lot of commons in there.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. She says, spiritually compelled. Well, my good friend Nine Fingers. Oh, I should not have said that. Wow. Here we go. My good friend Nine Fingers is not super happy with how it is. So, yes, she did help me. But she will not work with the Flaming Fist, for those guys are assholes. Me, on the other hand, well, I had a few debts I had to pay. My cache of money was running pretty low. So, here I go. Yeah. What was the other part? Is that good at all? Was that good? That's about all I know.
We thank you for your service. That's 5.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Anyways, bye! And yeah, like, not only does the head sort of like, the head like stops quivering and then sort of like it seems to decompose like in front of you. Not like, you know, Last Crusade / any Indiana Jones really moment, but it gets just a little bit crusty, a little bit older. And Mora is like, or Mormon is like, ew, gross. And that happens from time to time, especially when you use a speak with dead with someone who's a little evil.
I reach out and close the eyes if they'll close.
Yeah, they
Will
do.
they close?
Yeah, it resists you a little bit, but then it goes all the way.
As I draw my hand back, I accidentally brush hands with the pretty work lady.
She's in full gauntlet, so she doesn't like feel anything.
Shit.
It's okay.
Well, we appreciate your help, Mama. And I suppose it goes without saying, you won't mention this to anybody else, will you?
Let's call it, client priest confidentiality.
Well, much appreciated.
Wonderful. If you ever need any help again, here's my card.
I tuck that right in my bosom.
Yes!
And it's basically just a little piece of paper with a hammer on it that's like, hey, look, it's Torm. You'll I'm gonna Google Torm real quick, make sure yeah, it's a gauntlet. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
All right,
You are
goodbye.
as gracious as you are wise. Here is my symbol, should you need it. And I write down the medieval equivalent of a phone number.
Well, thank you. I will.
It's a little maze
Yeah.
with a little heart.
Do you have any like specific sort of deity that if another person in the biz looked at you, Pesha, they would be like, oh, they serve blah blah blah. Not that you don't need to by any means, but
The deity of the Minotaurs, who I'm not finding a lot on, so I'm probably just gonna make it up if that's okay.
perfect. That's fine with me.
Okay.
Cool. All right,
So the symbol will be like a maze
okay.
pattern.
She looks at it strangely. She's like, I'm intrigued, but I'm a busy woman. Ta! And Ulrich, see you again? Hopefully I don't have to fish you out of a river or anything. Ha ha. And she kicks the door open and leaves.
Alright.
And if you need anything repeated, especially the like obviously updated quest text, let me know.
I thought you were gonna say tough shit.
Tough shit. I run a tough campaign for badasses is what I do.
Nope. Bathhouse to the northwest. And
Nymphs.
secret door. Don't go down there.
Probably shouldn't go in at night.
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds like vampires.
Spooky.
After she's already gone, he's like, oh man, she's really big. We should ask her to come with us.
Ah, shoot, you're right. Also, I think a certain Minotaur would have liked that as well. Seren does wiggly eyebrows at you, Pesha.
I will ask her again.
Oh, maybe Pesha knows them. The Minotaur that you think likes them.
Yes. Indeed, I do. 2 swords. Truly,
Give it 2
you are a
swords.
blessing upon us all.
Seren's gonna go over to Pesha. She had a large wife, and she sees that Pesha wants to get a large wife, and she pats her arm and says, "If you want to learn some Orcish words, I can teach you."
Indeed, I would be extremely grateful, precious grandmother. There is a good reason why you are both precious and as long-lived as you have been.
I am more than happy to assist you in whatever endeavors you require. And she's gonna give her a wink.
How do you say in Orcish
large wife.
boobies?
Yes, she's gonna teach her the phrases for your attractive boobies.
I don't think Orcish is a particularly subtle language.
Yeah. Want some fuck?
Is a word. So, but anyway, we should, barring that, we should at least check out this bathhouse or try to find this Nine Fingers person.
Yeah, and it's probably about Tico would tell you that you're not going to find Nine Fingers. He might throw in a few lies. I don't until we play more often. I don't want to throw any roleplay stuff in, but Tico would probably know that you don't find Nine Fingers, she finds you. That type of shit that I fucking love. Yeah, so let's say it's like 5 p.m. ish.
Should we try to run over there? How far is it?
Let me move you to the.
How many blocks?
How many blocks? That's a great
Like,
Tell us-
didn't she say it was like 3 blocks northwest?
question. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Here's some karma for you, Tim. Tell us the name of every street between here and there.
Please don't make me. Okay, so did I move you? I did not.
There's First Street and Second
All
Street.
right, so
and then
you
Fifth Street.
are. Go away.
Also, Pat, I'm sorry for being rude if I overruled you with the payment stuff.
Oh, I don't care. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Okay.
Me, the player, doesn't care, and Two Swords also doesn't care because money again is just he barely understands. He kind of gets it.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to. If I was being rude, I'm sorry.
No.
You are here at this blue, and you would probably go up there. So a little bit away, but not too bad. And I don't know how long it would take to walk from one end of Baldur's Gate to the next, especially when y'all are armed and it's starting to be.
Yeah, but at least two of us are gay, so we're like super fast walkers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. So you make your way to the bathhouse. It's. I'm not gonna roll because we lost some time. So a couple random things happen to you. We'll never know. How do I move tokens? I think I remember that. All right. Move you here. Hopefully, you don't see too much, and then I will grab you.
Two Swords bought a sweet roll from a street vendor on the way.
Yes.
Nice.
You're having second dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before we left the bar, could I have slid Ulrich like 3 gold from my personal little stash and just like, thanks, man. Hope your next play is great.
Oh, I'm following you.
Oh,
That's
shit,
right,
that's
yeah.
right. Never mind, I'm old. I forget things very quickly. I'll pay him afterwards then.
I thought you said he was gonna pay us.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Trying to see if I can figure out how to move tokens easily. I haven't done it in quite some time. Can I do it here? Nope. Okay. Can I do Control X, Control C? Yes. Okay. Can you guys still move your peoples?
Let's see.
Looks like it.
Yep.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
Yep.
Good. Perfect. Great. Happy. We're happy. Okay, so you walk your way towards the bathhouse. The bathhouse is a one-story stuccoed building with stained glass buildings and clay roof tiles. 10-foot tall walls enclose a large courtyard outside the southeast corner of the building. The closed wooden doors to the courtyard are engraved with images of smiling nymphs dancing and frolicking in water. When you're looking, there's nothing that weird. The gate opens and closes. There's like not really an attendant doing it. You just see like normal folks coming in and out. Someone like rubbing their shoulder, like, "Oh, that was nice. I'm a liking it." To go there and be clean. Whoa, dialogue.
Dialogue.
What do you kiddos want to do?
I would Two Swords would just start walking towards the front door.
Okay, as you
someone stops them.
What does it look like on your end? I ask, not knowing what I want to hear.
The
Like
map?
Roll 20?
Shift O.
Wait, in game, or are you saying actually? What does?
Oh no, what does it look like in game?
In game,
okay.
we see a bathhouse, and people.
It looks far too fancy for my tastes.
Yeah.
I am suspicious of it because it seems luxurious and decadent.
Control L.
Two Swords thinks it looks pretty.
Can Seren just like take a closer look at the little nymph carvings,
Please do.
partially to like enjoy the art, and also partially just like, is there anything suspicious here? I don't get it.
Would you like us to roll perception, Tim, seeing as this is D&D?
Please roll perception or religion or nature, depending on what you're looking at.
Nat 20. Two Swords sees
Woo!
everything.
Frick.
I got a 15.
Nice.
No, wait.
9.
16.
Okay. It's basically an L-shaped courtyard that features a trimmed lawn and nicely manicured shrubbery. The yard is decorated with white marble benches and stone fountains, each in the form of a smiling nymph, tipping a jug that spills water into a circular stone basin. You didn't really notice too much interesting about the nymphs, except for they're probably nude.
Nice.
Yeah, their butts out and things of that nature. Maybe some
Teehee.
yeah, it's that good shit like that. It's weird. I would know what this means if it was a like our world nymph. But what does a nymph mean in a world that literally has nymphs? Who's like, hey, I killed a nymph. Look. But yeah, it's something my brain won't move off of. But yeah, you basically just live. Women and men and various other androgynous folks just kind of pouring water and being all angled and sensual.
Hedonistic,
exactly.
This is a saucy spa.
Yeah, you see like various people coming in and out, but there's not really a clerk to like give me your bath money or whatever.
Is there like any defining features to the patrons?
Nope, it's all pretty. They seem to skew on the more wealthy side, but nothing too ridiculous.
Mm-mm.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna ask, is there anything suspicious about the fountains?
There's absolutely nothing suspicious.
What?
Yep.
Is there any coins in there?
Roll a d8 for me, please.
Yes. Okay.
I was gonna say no. No matter what you say, I'm gonna say no. I'm just kidding.
8.
There's 8 coins.
Yeah.
Of various.
Seren will leave them there.
Yeah, like all right, from various different pressings, from Waterdeep and Alm and what have you, Cholt even.
Y'all think this is like a bathhouse or like a bathhouse, like the type my uncle used to go to, but he always tell me and my cousin not to tell our auntie about?
I hope it's one of the ones where they hit you with branches. Those are quite refreshing.
Precious grandmother, I require your vocabulary immediately.
Absolutely.
I don't believe that we should enter as the sun is almost set. We should return at dawn. However, I would like your assistance. Do you see any patrons emerging who are very small? I would like to intimidate one of them.
You do see a sign that says "Open from dawn to midnight" on a sign that has obviously been.
Was it like
I don't
5:30 or
trust
something?
signs. Signs are the devil. Can I accost a patron and attempt intimidation?
Please do.
All right.
Yeah, you see. I mean, most of them are smaller than you. What appears to be a human man with a sort of pointed goatee, a sort of darker skin, wearing like a billowing outfit, is patting his cheeks as his bodyguard walks next to him. A stout halfling with a big old double axe on their back that I'm not making up right now. And like, oh, Bradley, you should join us in the bath sometime. It is great. And the halfling just grunts. What would you like to do?
I'd like to go up to the man and stand in front of him and then address the halfling and be like, I too have a double-bladed axe. What a fortunate coincidence. Tell me, what have you seen between those walls?
Can you give me some sort of charisma-based roll, please? I think you were saying
No.
intimidation before.
Sorry?
Are you still trying to do intimidate or persuasion?
I mean, I'd like it to be persuasion, but I kind of think it'll come off as intimidation just because I'm huge.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily saying you like give me the information, I'll kick you ass, but it's like charisma roll where you show
charisma
him
based.
information.
All right. I only rolled a 10.
Okay. He looks you up and down like, I see a lot of things. Now get out of our way. We gotta get some friggin' tater tots.
I try in vain to motion subtly. I'm not a very subtle
Uh-huh.
entity for backup from my bros.
Saren's gonna come over and she's gonna be like, just hold on a minute. You'll have to excuse my sweet adopted granddaughter. We're just curious. We're not from around here and just wanted to know, is this a good bathhouse? Will it get my ass clean?
Well, it's certainly fine. You see, it's a standard one in the city. I like it that I don't have to go all the way into the upper city, and I can stay in there past 6 p.m. Those assholes. But yes, it's nice.
Indeed.
It's nice they kick you out at midnight. But besides that, it's good.
Very nice. Well, is there any features unique to this bathhouse? We've heard a lot of good things, other than staying open late.
They have private massage rooms. I go in there sometimes, and other times I just sit and, svits. Is that the word?
Yes, yes, that's the word. Well, we appreciate that. Thank you very much, young man.
Ta-da! All right, Bradley. There's a tater tot with my name on it.
Tater tots is drugs in Boulder.
Yeah, he's gonna do some fucking drugs.
Fried potatoes are a certain kind of drug.
And Ulrich is with you, and it's like, well, that seemed fine, I think. His voice is a lot like mine. I trust him.
That went... Pesha's not very good at this.
Oh, you did your best, sweetheart.
Well, should we go in?
Yes. I mean...
Sure.
This sounds like a
He starts to feel like he's
terrible
just been
idea.
standing by the door with his hand, like,
Uh,
to the handle, like, so,
Because
you want to go in?
Why don't we hole up somewhere for the night and go in the morning?
okay, so Two Swords is about to open the door when Pesha's like, maybe we should come back.
Unless
Okay.
you think we should go in now.
Tim, how long until the sun goes down?
It's like 5:18. Probably like 2 hours. I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay.
An
All
hour,
right.
maybe? Was it? It's Boston weather now. An hour. Yeah.
An hour, unless it's 2. Okay, well, maybe we have time to peek our heads in.
Yeah, just a quick look-see.
Yeah. Then it says
Okay,
open
to
till
be clear,
midnight. And
I'm
then-
going to open this door.
Tia, do you need to take sleep because of any spells or anything like that, or?
Oh.
No, I just don't want to get bitten by a vampire.
Gotcha.
Vampire bats feed on cows.
So true.
Vampires are really scared of vampires.
Oh my god!
I have a phobia, you guys. I don't want... Okay, anyway.
I love that!
And we're so early and playing with each other. It's like we have to be kind to our new friend Pesha. It's like, I think there's vampires everywhere. It's like, okay, maybe they are.
We'll go buy some garlic at the
Yeah,
market. I'll make you a
exactly.
necklace.
Garlic tater tots. And we'll have
yeah, garlic dots.
You walk in. The walls of this 20-foot high pillar chamber are adorned with frescoes of bathing royalty. Natural light streams through the stained windows. A little bit of natural light. Stained glass windows, creating a colorful pattern on the tiles of the polished blue marble that cover the floor. 3 shallow sunken pools contain scintillating perfume-scented water. White marble benches bearing stacks of dry towels are situated near the pools, each of which comes equipped with a pair of brass faucets. As you sort of walk in, you see an attendant or two sort of flit back and forth from the private rooms towards the back. If you're like... I gotta remind myself, even though we're primarily a stream first and maybe a podcast a month from now, sometimes it's a good muscle to whatever the exercise. I was gonna
Theater
say,
of the mind.
like opposite of relax. Yeah. So peering back are 2 doors. There's a pool to your left, a pool to your right, or I guess pool to the north, pool to the south, pool to the west. Right now, inside, I'm gonna roll D6, and that is how many people are in here. Boop. I rolled a 1. All right, time to get deleted. patrons that are set up there. There's one dude in there who's like, "Hello."
Hey, buddy.
He big belly. He have friggin' tiefling horns. He's a tiefling. He's a big tiefling laying back like, it's great in here. You gotta join me. Everyone left.
He's every person at any given moment who's in a Marriott hot tub.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
That's so true.
I try not to do any stereotypes, but I feel like anyone that would go to a public bath is like a traveling salesman who is like,
Yes.
you gotta get. They got awesome chicken fingers here, please. Oh shit, I
Right
dropped
now,
it. It's
at
good.
downtown Marriotts across the country,
Yeah.
there are dozens of this person in hot tubs.
Yeah, he stands up. He's nude, but he's very much a Peter Griffin. His ding dong is being hid by his belly, but his tail's not. Yeah. That's yeah. Anything you guys want to do?
How's the water, friend? And she's gonna wave at the tiefling.
It's great, and it's like there's steam coming up, and there's a little bit of. Actually, it's a tiefling. There's no sweat, and he says, "Could be hotter." You know what I mean? And then he winks and points at Two Swords. This guy knows what I'm fucking talking about.
I do?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. I know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
That's all right. Let us proceed.
Is
I'm
there a
already.
bell? Or are we just going to start looking for the... We're not going to try and... I guess we shouldn't find...
Just like punch the dude
People
out
that
and
work
start
there.
kicking doors open. Like, hey.
I want to get out of the heat because I'm already starting to. My fur is gonna mat, and
Yeah.
it's just gonna look terrible. And like, yeah, no, not good.
Should we start walking around?
Yeah. As you are poking around, a androgynous human walks out to replace some of the towels. They are probably 5.5 foot tall, with sort of lightish skin. And you can like a kind of just a kiss of a point to their ear, which maybe there was some sort of maybe like a great grandparent was a half elf, and I like to think that there are people in this world that have little kisses of stuff, just like a normal, not a normal, a standard American white Caucasian human with a little tusk pointing out.
Just one.
Yeah, just one from.
Single
It's like, I had one orc great grandparent, and they look at you and they say, "Why, hello there. Welcome to the baths. If you would like to schedule masseuse myself or." Carmilla can assist you. If not, we hope you have a pleasant stay.
Aw, thank you. That's very kind of you. How much does a massage run? As you can see, I'm very old and everything hurts.
It costs a small fee, a small 5 gold, nothing more.
Oh, that's pretty reasonable. They're changing rooms anywhere, and she's gonna start to walk towards one of the back rooms.
And they, Jabaz, which sounds like the prayer of Jabez, I'm religious, or was religious, leads you down to the southwest room over there. And it's like, please, feel free to put on a robe and lay down on this table there. And let me know when you're ready for me to come in.
All right.
And they escorts you down. Boop, there.
Oh shit. Saren's just like looking back at them, just like, I guess this is what I'm doing now.
I'd like to accompany her as her bodyguard, since I think that.
Okay. All right. So you're walking, and you're walking, and the attendant's like, typically we only allow for one at a time, and then they look over at you, Seren. Is this okay?
Yeah, she's learning to become a masseuse herself. So is it fine if she observes?
Oh, highly irregular, but maybe if you gave me a charisma check of some sort.
You
I would-
betcha.
It's not that weird, so it's not a high DC.
Would persuasion be okay?
Perfect.
Okay, I'm really good at it.
Yeah, I feel like you have to
no.
roll a 1 to fail this, but whatever.
2 plus 5 is 7.
Oh, you do fail it. That's fun.
Wait, can I try an intimidation check? It's like, I have very strong fingers.
They will look at you and says, I paid a lot of money. If you would, to learn these skills, if you would give a tip up front, and we would say a total of 7 gold, then I would happy to give a few pointers to your friend here.
My strong fingers reach for my money.
Feel free. I don't know if you also want to put a robe on the kind Minotaur, but let me know when you want me to come in and rub you down.
Put a robe on over my armor.
Yeah. What type of armor does Seren have? I kind of forget that sometimes warlocks are like, fuck it.
She's got leather armor on, but
Hot.
once we're alone in the room, Saren's gonna look at Pesha and say, "You know, we're not really gonna get a massage, right?" How do we want to do this? Do we want to ambush them when they come back in the room, or what? Or should I strip down? I don't know. I'm open to anything.
Get the massage, then ambush. Then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you walk in, sorry, Tia, go ahead.
Mm-mm. I will stand by the door, precious grandmother. Take this towel, and I put a towel that is clearly too large for her, entirely over her body, and I will shut the door just so we can see what we're dealing with, and block any means of escape.
Sounds like a plan.
Where is Two Swords?
Yeah, two
I think we're standing in the lobby, and Tico, I guess, is there too, right?
Yeah, Tico's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
The three boys are just chilling out, just kind of looking around. Ulrich takes one of his shoes off and is standing inside the pool next to the tiefling, and they're chit-chatting about this, that, and the other thing. Tico friggin' takes his pants off and shits on the floor. This is what happens when you miss. I was when I was saying before that no stress if you can't make it. Just kidding. They shit and die. Their butt chokes on the poop because they breathe on the friggin' butt. Just kidding. None of that happens.
Is there an attendant out there with us?
No.
We're not supervised?
You are not supervised. I don't understand it, but that's how it's written.
All right. I mean, I guess Two Swords will start very casually, just kind of wandering around the main area.
Give all three of you give me perception checks.
Well, shit.
Wow, I cannot roll.
Ooh, I got a 12.
I got 4.
4.
Oof.
Two Swords.
4. Two Swords trips and falls in a pool.
We're all just mad relaxed right now.
Everywhere that you go, the tiefling's just talking to you, trying to sell you on like, what's a fucking like fantasy douchey thing? Just like not a timeshare, but like you gotta get an electric scooter. What's the Faerunian version of that to you?
Wand share?
Yeah,
That sounds dirty. No,
Wand
no.
share.
Wand share.
I gotta tell you, I got a place in Chult. You'd love it. You can go out there. You probably won't die. Barely any colonialism when you go fight.
He's trying to get me to invest in mana coin.
Yeah. Those fuckers at Candlekeep can track our money. Believe me on this. Those fuckers.
Have you heard of magic called blockchain?
Yes.
Very advanced spells.
So Two Swords and Pesha, you don't see anything, and you're frustrated by it. Seren, you kind of poke around. The room has stacks of other towels. There are bottles filled with perfume around there. And yeah, you don't really see anything either. You rolled good and don't see anything, whereas Pesha rolled bad and doesn't see anything.
Okay.
Can I
Well,
smell anything?
do I see other doors besides the one they went in?
Yep. Do you see a door here? Because I can't.
I
don't know.
do.
I don't know what you guys can see. Which
Pat does, yes.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so that's a door there.
I might try to open it.
Can one of you scroll out as much as you can and show me what you can see? Well, not as much as you can. That's like incredibly small. But like,
We can see. It looks like a whole other.
yeah,
dungeon.
you should.
Yeah, we can see the beneath, but not anything above or anything.
And what does that look like to you?
Is this like a Rorschach test? It looks like a dragon. It looks like my father.
No. Because like there's like secret doors and shit. So like,
Are you asking if I can see the staircase hidden behind the northwest private room?
that is one thing. Yes, I am asking.
So yes, we can see that.
Oh, that's hilarious. Especially 'cause, yeah, like
I was trying to keep a self-imposed fog of war.
well, because like sometimes there are fog of wars in rooms. So let me click this button. Where is it? Fog of war. Click. What does that do?
Oh,
Everything
made everything go
fine.
black. Who turned out the lights?
Yeah, I don't. I need to play with that. So I guess don't cheat. I guess.
Was trying not to.
I have no spatial awareness anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, that's cool. That's hilarious.
It's just put it this way: if that's the only other door, it would make sense for him to maybe,
Yeah, you would have gone there
Check it out.
regardless.
because he's bored too.
And
He's very
technically,
bored
we
at
have
this point.
Tico to throw at locks, right?
Yep.
Literally throw him at them.
They break.
Just like line up your lockpick. I'm gonna throw you like a spear at it.
Can one of you scroll down a little bit to the dungeon and show me what you see in there? It's not a huge deal. It's not a maze, so I don't really care. But there's like a couple secret doors.
We can kind of see looks like the whole thing.
Okay.
You see some baddies and some rooms.
What
and-
about over in this area? As I'm pinging. I don't know if you can see it, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see the ping. Yeah, we can see that area.
okay. No big deal. Okay, cool. It. I don't believe it changes the experience for the worse at all, but it's something that if I did have a secret going forward, I love the idea of me being real douchey about it, and then you guys, yeah, we can see that. I'm like, cool. Yeah, you go to the door. What do you want to do to the door?
Jiggle the handle. Is it open?
Odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay. If it's odds, it's open. 3 is odd. Yeah, you open the door, and there is a woman working there, human, probably about 5 foot tall, wide, strong, healthy, like forearms, just friggin' massaging the fuck out of a elven, some sort of elf with long hair draped with their ears poking out, and is going, ugh, whoa, Carmilla, this is wonderful. And then they look over at you as you creak the door open. The woman does, and like, sorry, this room is occupied, and she pushes it closed against you.
Well, do I let her close it?
I don't
I'm
know.
very large.
I don't know. What
Oh,
you do.
sorry. I was looking for the bathroom. And by the bathroom, I mean a secret door.
Do you say that?
I was looking for the bathroom.
There's no bathroom here.
It's a bathhouse.
I know. Don't pee in the bathtub. It is weird. We have running water. I don't see a fucking bathroom in this establishment. we had a bad situation a year or so ago. Someone made a very bad stinky, and we couldn't have enough. There's not enough incense in all of them to fix it.
You should come out here then. I think that one dude might have made another one in the pool.
Deception check.
Fuck. 10.
10. That's pretty good enough. Meanwhile,
Wow, she's dumb.
She's dumb. You guys are only level 2, so basically most of the DCs are like 10s and 12s and things like that. Meanwhile, Jabez says to you, "Are you ready? You've been in there for some time." To you, Seren and Pesha.
Oh yeah, sure. Come on in.
and what do they see when they open the door? Remind me again.
I think Pesha covered me in a towel, so I'm
Seren's
laying
a ghost.
fully clothed, like on the massage table.
Well,
but
we're
with the
like a
towel
corpse covered by a sheet.
Yeah. With like
Yes.
leather armor, just like.
And I'm just standing by the door and all 6 feet 5 inches of me.
Okay. So as that is happening, they say, "Normally you disrobe. I'm good, but I'm not quite good enough to get through that armor of yours. Maybe, okay, whatever. If you're not comfortable, I'm here." And she hands, they hand out their hand for payment. You owe them 7 gold.
All right.
Before I start, we've had a bad situation 2 years ago.
Understandable. And so she's gonna slide them 7 juicy golds. delicious gold.
Thank you so much. And they start pushing against your back. Meanwhile, 2 swords. The masseuse in this room, which I call D4 personally, is like, "God damn it, not again." And she walks on out, and the elf sort of lifts their head. It's a completely nude, thin woman. Says, "What are you? Get out, you dolt! My hour's not up."
Sorry, ma'am. Security check. I need to make sure that the walls are actually walls. Sometimes they build these places and they build walls that aren't actually walls.
Uh-huh.
And then the building falls apart.
I need a perception
I
check
know.
from you, please.
He's been hanging out with Tico too long. He's getting too good at deception. Ooh, it's a 19 plus.
19?
A 19 plus.
All right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nice.
Even though you didn't see the room to the south, the room is more or less exactly the same. Table, towels, potion, it looks like potion bottles to us, but oils. And then there's, as you're kind of poking around, you move a stack of the towels, and it kind of like the shelf kind of clanks against the wall, and it gives like a weird thud, like a hollow thud against this back wall. As which can you see the giant S there on this wall too?
No.
Okay, so that's not there. Wonderful. So S, you see the stairway, but you can't see the giant S for secret door. Yeah, you kind of like push against it, which swings it's one of those. It's like a, those drawers that you push and they pop open. That's what happens. And as you kind of pull it open, a staircase swings around to the left and down into the darkness, but you're immediately hit with a wave of foul-smelling, pungent air.
Ooh.
As the nude elf woman at the table gets up and goes, "Ew! I want my money back! Camilla, please!"
Well, I'm gonna turn around. It's like, see, I told you, this isn't a wall. This is the absence of a wall.
I'm not paying. And they just walk out completely nude. The tiefling guy, I didn't get done telling you about how it's not unethical to go to Cholt because they want us to go there. It's not a big deal.
Can I peek my head out and can I tell Tico?
Yeah.
Go get Pesha and Seren?
Yep. Yeah, Tico will...
Tell him I'm real sorry to interrupt their couple's massage, but I think I found the thing we was looking for.
Tico says, "Yes, I will go look." And he goes and pokes down and opens the door, which is, for fuck's sake, it's locked, but he picks it because he's a rogue. It's like, hey guys, what's up? It's me, Tico. Two Swords found something. And then Jabaz is
Well, he just says that in front of the masseuse?
probably, I would say so, yeah. She kind of looks at all of you, and she goes white a little bit, and like, oh, I'm sure your friend didn't find anything.
Gotcha. Before Tico came in, like concurrently while Two Swords is finding the staircase, is it all right if I talk to our masseuse while she's banging on my leather armor?
Yes, definitely. We can, if anything like that happens where it's like, oh, we're sort of split and time is, please, it's,
okay.
Rewinding time a little bit for something that would have happened is glorious to me.
So, tell me, what's it like working
They're just like
here?
punching against your armor. And you feel it feels okay. And they're just like, she's really tense. They say, oh, it's fine working here. It's a job.
Yes, I've heard this place is a bit unique from some of the patrons outside.
Well, most of the finer baths are in the upper city, and this is one of the nicer ones in the lower city, I'd say.
Yes, it's also quite interesting that you stay open so late. Not many places do that. It's quite nice.
Yes, we try. Hopefully we won't have to close later, what with all of this uncertainty afoot.
Oh, yes, I've heard some terrible rumors that some sort of evil cult has been stirring around, stealing people up. It's dangerous these past few weeks.
I agree. Luckily, the owners of the bathhouse will they provide a guard to see us home at the evening.
That's quite nice of them. Who owns this bathhouse?
Oh, who? Oh, I'm sure you've not heard of them.
Oh, it's such a nice bathhouse. I'd like to know. As I can write a review on the town board.
Give me a persuasion check of some sort. They are. I'll say this to you, Kim. They are. It's not like a thing. They are very well practiced in the art of. They rub naked people down, not in a sexual way. Well, what is sex nowadays, anyways? But it's not like they're being cagey. They are just used to. It's a secretive thing sometimes.
Gotcha.
You don't want to tell people who has weird back moles or like an embarrassing tattoo. I have weird back moles.
What's the weirdest ass you've ever seen?
Well,
all right.
A Thryking came in one time.
All right, I got a 16.
16, perfect. They sort of let down their guard a little bit. Like, well, it's owned by the Van Thampers. And if you want to speak to the owner, Mortlock is not here today, but he might be here tomorrow or whatever.
Oh, how nice of one of the great families to open such a nice establishment down here for us little common folk.
Exactly. The Van Thamper family looks out for those of us in the lower city, and I believe that truly. And Mortlock makes sure that we are kept safe in these trying times.
Yes. And I assume this is when Tico would bust.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hello, it's time to go up north. There's a large S that you can't see, but you can see the stairs around the large S. Like, oh, what do you... Surely there's no secret door. Maybe your friend found a closet or something. And they try to sort of brush Tico away, but normally Tico would jump in the way, but now you guys have to.
Well, that sounds exciting. You know me, a little old lady, don't have much excitement going on in my life.
And they do back out of your way as, both of you, all three of you together make an interesting pair that I'm sure they don't want to quite fuck with, and they probably don't get paid enough, and they say, Well,
Can
and then they see that out there, Camilla, she's like yelling about stinky poo poo and stuff like that, and trying to get back the guests that left without paying.
can I try to just lock this person in the room? Is there a lock on the door?
There is a lock on the door.
Okay. I mean, they're not very big. I just hold them back the way you would a small child, and then close the door and lock it.
Okay.
It's like,
They're like,
for your own safety, friend.
Oh God, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Oh shit. Yeah, and you can make your way up north to this secret door. As you guys sort of gotta move my camera.
And when they come in, Two Swords will have like just the biggest fangy smile. Like he's so proud of himself. I did good.
Excellent job, TS.
Indeed, you did.
Oops, shit. Oops, shit. Oops, shit. Alright, so yeah, you guys can be moved. I will move y'all. Ulrich is like, actually, I think I might, be a watchman look. I'm not super chill with going down there, to be honest. So if it's the same to you, I will, I'll hide. How about that? I'll hide and be on the lookout. And I won't have any way of telling you, but yeah, I'm sure. I don't want to go down there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured with your delicate writer's constitution, you wouldn't want to.
Precious grandmother, you should allow me to go first, and allow Two Swords to bring up the rear. We must protect you at all costs.
Ah, thank you.
I pat her tiny head.
So yeah, you enter into a dank zone.
That sounds like a podcast of two dudes. The dank zone. I'm sorry.
So there, welcome to the dank zone. It's you kind of walk down a stairway that leads for about 20 feet or so around and sort of curves. But yeah, as you go down, it gets dark. It gets stinky. Those of you that do not have dark vision, it slowly goes black. When you finally, there's a little bit of light streaming from upstairs. When you finally get down to this area here, there's like kind of foul smelling, still tepid water filling a cavern here. It's empty, unlit, and flooded with a foul smelling water. And as you first step into it, it's about 2 feet deep.
All right. I cast light on my axe.
Okay.
So it'll emit light. Wrong thing. For 20 feet in all directions.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
What is y'all's marching order, would you say?
I know that I'm in front of.
Yes.
I mean, I don't mind going in front of it since you have our heels.
Oh, okay. If you want to be in front.
If we're gonna be super strategic about it,
Should
I'll go in
Tico
front.
also be up there so he can detect?
Yeah. So we might end a little bit early today, just because you guys are about to go into a dungeon. And you don't have a goblin that can see in the dark and scout and things like that. It's not a huge deal, but I will tell you that Tim Lanning hasn't ran a ton of dungeons, so which is kind of funny to say out loud. So yeah, I will. Why is it? I'm dealing with a very. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Okay, I have solved a problem, and I'm happy because I did it. I like to solve problems. I'm not always the smartest at.
You're a problem solver.
Yeah, not always the smartest at stream things, but I get really happy when I figure out a solution that I hadn't thought of before. It Makes me smile.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Good
so
job.
you are in a foul-smelling room. There is a entrance, two entrances to your south. If you can see, it's all watery and friggin' there's like rotting wood supporting the rock above. There's just
That
obviously
ain't the
carving.
code.
Yeah, it's extremely not the code here. There's like, I think it's like limestone actually. So it's like rough hewn limestone. And as you kind of go down the stairway, it goes it's that classic thing of it's super chill and nice. And then as you get lower, it's like more and more rough hewn and things like that. And yeah, you are now in a disgusting, stinky dungeon. What do you guys want to do? It's watery, it's stinky, it's dark. Remind me again, Pesha, you have light on your axe, and Seren, you can just see, right?
Yeah, I have dark vision.
Yep. I think goblins have dark vision. They have to have dark vision.
So Tim, is there only one way that we can see to go?
Well, you haven't looked yet, but there are, as the light sort of bounces off, there are two separate different hallways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go left or right?
You want to eeny, meeny, miny, mow it? I have no preference.
Which way smells less bad?
They smell equally bad.
Nasty.
All right, I cast my axe light around and then into the water to see if it stirs anything up before we go any further. I don't want this to be a Star Wars situation.
Yeah. No, that's smart. You guys are definitely in a Star Wars situation.
There are vampires under the water.
No! Aquatic vampires, no!
I knew they were real.
I wonder if
her ankle blood.
I wonder if I need to like set you guys as like players or something, because there's supposed to be a way that you can like have light sources that see and shit like that. But I will fuck with this.
I know Roll20 can get real like crazy detail with shit like that, but for our purposes. But part of it, like the reason why I like this is because I want to learn Roll20 better. But yeah, okay. So there's the south, east, and southwest entrances. You can sort of obviously the players can see a little bit, but the characters don't have too much information. I'll just go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a kobold by the toe. Baby hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I ended on the right side.
Okay, yeah, you proceed down the right side here.
Hell yeah.
This one?
As in the characters right or our right?
Yeah, the characters
Gotcha.
right.
I was like,
Okay, so this one.
All right,
I am RPing it. I went
perfect.
in, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Characters right.
I'm backing you up and holding up my axe high so you can see.
Yep. So as you come forward, there's like a partially collapsed cavern on this end. It ends in an unremarkable wall. Can you give me a perception check, please?
Yup. 17.
17. You notice that there's like the wall is extremely dirty, right? Except for one area has been kind of rubbed clean by maybe a hand.
I will inspect that area.
As you're expecting it, something clicks, and a wall kind of goes very stereotypical Skyrim, and now you have access to this room right here. It's just another room filled with water, and as soon as you move your tokens forward, I'll tell you what you see.
I'm the secret door whisperer.
Yeah. There's like 2 swords. You're on fire today. Nicely done.
He literally looks at himself. He's like, not again.
As you sort of turn the corner, you see floating face down in the middle of the room is a corpse of a shirtless male human with knife wounds in their back. Can one of you, is anyone trained in medicine? Tia, are you trained in medicine?
Yeah.
Can you give me a medicine check, please?
Absolutely. 5.
5.
No, 7.
7.
Well, that sucked anyway.
You realize he's been stabbed to death, and that's all.
I'll take it.
Take it.
All right.
Okay, yeah, but the south end of the room maybe led to somewhere else at one time, but has now collapsed again. And you sort of see the rest of this area is like most of the wood support beams are fine enough, but it's not the world's greatest area.
Tim, that token you use looks a lot like Strife from Marvel's X-Force, and that is a deep ass cut
This one?
of the dead body on the map.
Oh yeah, that's I don't know who that is. But I didn't use it. That came preloaded. I could thank Christ this is all set up, so I don't have to do anything. So yeah, and then it kind of the hallway kind of branches off for another like 10 feet and leads to another room.
Can I examine the corpse?
Yes, please do. Yeah, you just basically see knife wounds.
Okay.
Nothing of note.
No,
on
Any
it, right?
treats?
Any treats? No treats. Maybe you would see a. Let me go to the Google real quick. There's like a red handkerchief in one of their pockets, but that's about it.
Well, I take the red handkerchief and I lay it over his face, trying to face up and pray briefly over his body that he may find the way out of the labyrinth.
Yeah, as you do that, I mean, you are connected to God Google, so you sort of feel unchill about this situation. As you do it, it's almost like you're playing tug of war as you're sort of giving it up to your Minotaur god. It's almost like, no, this is mine. You can step the fuck off. I got this guy. You're chill. But it's not like a actual fight or anything. It's just kind of like a moment passes. Up ahead, there are 3 wooden beams that brace the ceiling in this flooded chamber, which features a stone altar covered with the entrails in the northeast corner. Hanging on a wall above the altar is a 3-foot-tall steel mask cast in the form of a frowning skull. And that's in this area here. And it's another probably 20 by 20 room. That ends in.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, it's gross as shit.
Yeah, what a cheerful place under such a nice spa.
This always struck me as overkill. A skull need not frown.
Can I?
Tia, you'd probably know that it's a ball. The symbol ball.
Ew.
Yeah. I don't
Should I roll religion to see anything about the altar if I know anything?
I think there's nothing that's like extremely jumping out, and I think the fact that you are, wise in the ways of the lords, I don't really think there's much that you would get on top of that. Yeah, but it kind of matches up with Ball's nastiness, where they like to sort of. It's just gruesome. It sort of matches up with some of the rumors that you've been hearing about people that are getting murdered and not thieved from. So some of the dead 3 kill, right? All the dead 3 kill. But some of them kill in specific ways. Some of them kill in the Ball specifically, you would know, just like to fuck up the bodies, like blood everywhere. It's horrific.
Yay!
Yay! Can I take a closer little peeksy at the mask? I just want to inspect that shit.
Please do.
All right. Oh, oof. 2 + 3 is 5.
Okay. You can tell it's some sort of metal. You can tell that even though it is 3 foot tall, it's not gonna work as a shield very well for your beefy friends. It's kind of roughly hewn in parts and very much there to be very spooky and scary. And yeah, it's the visage of Ball, and it doesn't really seem magical or weird or anything like that.
That's gross.
Looks like a Rob Zombie movie down here.
Yeah.
Since I'm still wearing my hilariously ill-fitted robe over my armor.
Okay. Which is like the bottom is getting disgusting.
Oh, it was too short in the first place. Come on now.
Okay. Phew.
Can I just lay it over the entrails?
Yeah.
And say another prayer and sketch my little maze design in the air.
Yeah.
I hate this very much.
As you do it, the like smoke starts coming up off of your robe, and a little like you can almost like see through the robe somehow with the blood is almost boiling a little bit, and it's brief, almost in a way of like, did I see that? I definitely did. There's not as much blood there was before, and it's not even like soaked into the robe or anything like that. But yeah, it's a little weird. To the south, the room continues down the south. It kind of like breaks off into a Y intersection. Per your characters to the right, it's a collapsed. It's like it just ends abruptly with a kind of gross looking tapestry which depicts a grisly scene of 4 faceless figures ripping apart a 5th figure who's screaming. Just disgusting. I'm sure, and again, just based on your previous roles, the assumption would be this is some bullshit, which is like murder in order to scare people.
Just the edgelord of God.
Oh yeah. It's like so terror. It's like the Joker, the joking man. Do something zany and bad to scare people. Ooh.
So this is a ball wall scroll.
Yes, it's a ball wall scroll. Exactly. Yeah, and there's like yellow shit kind of like on the sides of the wall scroll around its edges, and it's gross, like a kind of like mushroom or something, mold, something like that around the sides of the tapestry.
So it looks like it's been down here for a while.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Nasty.
And then the room continues to your left or the east, and then it kind of like goes up a little bit of stairways a little bit, and if you go to the next area, you're finally out of the water, and you're in a chamber that's empty but has a little bit of decor, a little ambiance. Carved into each of the 3 doors next to you are full figure depictions of each of the dead 3 as you kind of look around. Can two of you give me, usually for like checks, I don't like more than 2 people doing it unless one person specifically is like, yo, I'm aiding. Can someone give me intelligence religion check, please?
You don't want me doing that.
It's like, hey.
And I think I pretty much have to take the religion. I'm actually not trained in religion checks.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah. That's the weird thing about being a cleric. It's like I'm not smart enough to know about religion. I feel it. I don't know it.
I'm proficient in it, but I don't have any other bonuses other than the +2, so I can help you out.
Okay, so Kim,
Why
roll
don't I
first.
help?
Okay, Tia, you roll first.
Okay. Oh shit! I got a natural 20.
There you go.
Oh,
All right.
Well, now
These doors are my parents.
now Kim, you get advantage. I hope you roll better than 20, fool.
Oh shit!
You look like an
17
idiot. There you go.
+2 is 19.
That's good. That's 9 more.
We did good.
That's 9 more than needed. To the east, aka right in front of your characters, the face of this door bears a carving of Bane, the lawful evil god of tyranny, who is depicted wearing thick armor, a tall man with a bucket helm. His right gauntlet is painted black and clutches a set of shackles. To the north, which if your internal dungeon check would be like, that's where we came from, is a carving of Baal, the chaotic evil god of murder. He's depicted as a powerfully built, skull-headed man with a long, curved blade where his hands should be. To the south, the door bears a carving of Mercuril, the neutral evil Lord of Bones. He is portrayed as a cloaked figure whose face is hidden under a cowl. In his skeletal hands, he clutches a screaming human skull. I feel like every skull here is not just going to be a skull. It's like, it's a skull that has a secret. And before you all can figure out which door you open up, we're gonna end a little bit early.
Oh shit!
Thank you so much to the 3 of you for being here.
Yeah.
Thanks for running.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Lots of fun.
I forget if Justin said he was able to do today or not, or do next week. But if not a big deal. This place doesn't get nasty for a while, but when it does, holy crap! Yeah. So thank you so much to all of you in Twitch land, as we are learning how to use Roll20 more and all the cool stuff with it. Right now, I'm having a ton of fun going through the module and poking around and seeing what cool shit I can do. Because I know you in this room right to the south, what do you see?
Three nasty boys.
Like mummies.
Yeah.
Mummies. That's cool.
Or something. Maybe not mummies. I don't know.
3 vague bad guys.
Yucky old men.
Republicans.
If you,
No, the ultimate horror.
Man, we're jumping right to the ultimate evil, huh?
if you hit
it
Z,
is Mercurial's drawer.
Yeah. If you hit Z, it will zoom in on what they look like, and they are gross. They shouldn't show you that, is my opinion. Not important. I'm getting over it. I need to learn how to set things up better, and that's okay. That is okay. So yeah, thank you so much to the players here. Tell us where we can find more of your cool stuff, starting with Pat.
I am at the Pat Edwards on Twitter, and my website is thepatedwards.com. You can go there, or on my Twitter bio, there's a link to if you want to buy my book. If you haven't bought it and you're interested, please check it out. Space Tripping, ebook, paperback, and Audible, and a lot more stuff coming out soon.
Yay!
Kim.
You can find me. I'm at Kim Caddies on Twitter. That's at KimChatTys. You can also listen to my horrid shrieking voice on the anime podcast Transformation Sequence. Even if you don't like anime, it's still a lot of fun. We have good goofs. You can also find me on Love to Hate, which is another podcast where we talk about things we love, things we hate, and also on the Wintercrest podcast, where I play a sexy fairy.
So sexy. all the characters Kim plays are sexy.
Yes. Thank you.
And you can find me at Oh Laddie Girl on Twitter, or you can find me reviewing books and other media on Geekly or Strange Horizons.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
And thank you again to John at Nudzer for designing our overlays. Thank you to Kieran for editing making a lot of our promo images. Thank you to Justin for making the art of all of our characters. Thank you to Kieran also for doing other editing-based things on the YouTube for this going forward. Still no plans on doing the podcast version of this. I think personally, I want to wait about a month, see how we feel, and then we'll have it as like an archive for people to catch up and things like that.
Hell yeah.
But the plan is to have all of these on YouTube pretty quickly. And that's why we're at youtube.com/geeklyinc within a couple days as we kind of get the machine running. And thank you to Kieran for making all of those thumbnails. And thank you to everyone on Twitch right now on October 1st, very spooky, a skull for being here. We will see all of you on October 8th, which is the next one, and then every Tuesday going forward until we are out of town or something and we have to switch to a different day. But
until we die and turn into skulls with secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe not even after that.
But yeah, we'll be seeing the DM lens into this adventure going forward as I both learn how to use the fun app Roll20 better, and we go to Avernus eventually. So thanks everyone. Have a good one. I will see you later, or check out our stream soon. I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
And now see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Oh my god.
Yay!
I love it. And Mark, end.